Just a quick word to you, dear listener. A little reminder to sign up to the Enjoy an Album Patreon. Christopher, what are some of the benefits for our Enjoy an Album Ultras, as we like to call them?
If you become an Ultra,
Yes.
you get early access, and it's getting earlier and earlier.
Yeah. It actually wakes you up in the morning. Chris just turns up at your house and shakes you awake and then throws a podcast in your face.
Top tier benefit. You wake up, I'm in your bed, and I'm shouting at you saying, "Hey, new podcast!" No, that isn't one of the benefits. There are actual benefits. You get probably like 10 hours of bonus episodes at this point. You
My God, there's so
Williams,
many. Yeah.
Iron Maiden, fucking
Hamilton, Mogwai.
What's the recent ones we've been doing?
Ed Sheeran.
The new Ed Sheeran Patreon episode where we listen to Ed Sheeran's new record,
Yes.
Subtract. And, it has subtracted hours from our lives.
Yes.
And,
enjoyable for you to listen to. The Ratings.
The Ratings, we'd listen to that.
We're at war with their fan base. There's loads of really good episodes already on there, and you get another new, fresh episode. It's just the same as these episodes, but hey, no adverts for starters.
If you dig the podcast and you want to hear more of the podcast, become an Ultra. Support it. Patreon was built on a culture of soundness, to quote Blind Boy Boat Club, and yeah, it's sound to help. If you dig it, then
if you like the pod, the best way to support it is to sign up to the Patreon. It's £5 a month. Also, very, very, very soon we will be announcing some live dates for the podcast at the Edinburgh Festival and perhaps beyond. And patrons will get first dibs on tickets for that. So if you want to come to that, the best way to make sure you get a ticket is to join the Enjoy an Album Patreon. Other than that,
and you can submit questions as well that we answer at the start of episodes. We didn't do one today because we forgot.
Yes, but this ad is going to be played every week for the next month, so
never mind.
Enjoy the episode. Hello and welcome to Enjoy an Album.
Before we get to Janelle Monáe's The Age of Pleasure, we're going to respond to a user submitted question from an Ultra submitted question.
Yes.
We don't have users. Users and abusers.
Hello, users. Thank you for this interaction.
Yeah, we're not software. What is the question, Liam Wifnell?
It is from Ian Dunn, and it says, what is the thing that has most surprised you about doing the podcast? First off, I will say the longevity. It's been 2 years.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty good going.
We haven't even done Radiohead yet.
Yes, that's true.
Wild, isn't it?
But I think the thing that has surprised me the most, maybe this is a bit too behind the curtain, is that we've managed to do it 2 years, never missed a week.
Mm-hmm.
We've had a release every single week.
Yeah.
Despite various things, hospitalizations, mental breakdowns.
My tooth exploded last week.
Your tooth exploded.
Yeah.
You chipped your tooth at a networking event whilst eating a Mars bar during an important talk from a television executive.
Yeah. Then 2 weeks later in Bournemouth, eating another Mars bar.
Yes.
Tooth came out.
Yeah.
Tooth was out my head for weeks. Went to the dentist. He said, "Let's trim down your gum." I can't actually do this. My dentist follows me on Instagram now, so I can't slag him off. Although it's Patreon only, I don't think he's an Ultra. Very surprised if he was.
Imagine if next time you went to the dentist, he
just puts on fucking Janelle Monáe.
You're lying there with your mouth open. He goes, "Shh," and he goes, "Saying I didn't do a good job, are you? On your podcast? I'm an Ultra. Tattoo woohoo, or tattoo boohoo."
See if he just stuck on the old Bumblebee cock and balls.
Fucking hell. Slim Cook Bumblebee balls. Jesus Christ.
The song he done?
Yes.
If he just started playing that song.
You wouldn't remember it. You'd be like, what is this? It sounds good.
So yeah, I mean, I've had that issue, and that's going to be a recurring issue, so we might miss week soon, but hopefully not.
Anything that surprised you from the pod? Things you've learned?
Just how little I know about music. I thought I knew loads.
Yeah.
And then every week, okay.
Yeah.
Janelle Monáe is not a rich posh freak. Spoiler alert.
There are some of those that I'm really like.
Good on you.
I often assume that people are
moneyed.
Especially beautiful, sexy people.
Yeah.
I'm like,
You never see... Never mind.
I'm from a very poor area. And one thing I noticed was everybody here was ugly.
Yep. As an ugly person with bad teeth myself.
Yes.
Yeah.
All these people look like me.
Yeah.
So there was no Janelle Monáes at All Saints Roman Catholic High School. Let me fucking tell you that right now.
There must be one or two. Thank you so much for being an ultra.
Enjoy the app. Bye.
Cheers.
This episode is brought to you by Manscaped. Guys, you've been listening. You know the deal. It's stuff to shave your balls with, and it works. They've been long-term sponsor of the pod. We've both used the products regularly. Our downstairs bits are in tip-top condition because of... and you can get 20% off with the album code... With the code ALBUM20 even.
Album20 code gives you a discount and you can get grooming products that are cut-free technology.
Yes.
I just... Honestly, I don't even look at my cock and balls when I'm shaving them. I just take the... What's it called? The lawnmower?
Yes, the lawnmower. I actually put a blindfold on to test the...
I'm like one of those samurais who's so fucking in touch with like the force that they don't even need to see to have a samurai fight. They just take the lawnmower.
Yeah,
they don't. I do. I just go at it, man.
You know that
I've
scene
never
in
bled out my
Star
cock
Wars
less.
when they put the blindfold on Luke and there's the little ball like flying around him and he knows where it is. That's what I'm like with Chris's balls.
That's what we'll do each other, and it's fine to do that, and it's not weird. And
Fine, not at all.
it's just two platonic friends shaving each other's balls with
Yeah.
Manscaped, and you don't need somebody like that in your life. You know, you can do it yourself, and
But it's
and
nice if you do.
It's nice if you do.
Album 20, get on it. Thanks so much.
You're listening to Enjoy an Album, the podcast where two comedians listen to some of the greatest albums of all time.
Where Monáe's previous records were character-driven, set in a complex futuristic world filled with androids and explored themes about power, race and humanity, The Age of Pleasure highlights a new era of liberation that sheds her Afrofuturist persona in favour of an unmasked exploration of her own sensuality and deservedness to feel good above all else. It's horny week.
Horny.
We're back on the...
I'm horny.
Yeah, I know. That's why we've chosen this week to cover Janelle Monáe and her new album, The Age of Pleasure. It's interesting. Self-Esteem had an album called Prioritize Pleasure.
Yeah.
There seems to be a lot of bit of zeitgeist, pro-pleasure pieces, which I'm fine with
Do you
personally.
think that song, I'm horny? I'm horny. Do you think that was a kind of precursor to this movement?
I mean, you say that sort of, I know, as a bit of a joke. But we are talking about third, fourth, and fifth, potentially wave feminism here, I suppose, of this
Let's hear it.
liberation of...
Lay it out. What does that mean?
Well, I mean, there is...
Where's the walking?
So there's the I'm horny was a... Sure, that was a celebration of female sexuality, but it was, I think, for the male gaze, was the understanding. Whereas this album is a celebration of female sexuality for your own self,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
So that'd be the difference there.
Great.
I have to say,
You happy with yourself?
yes. Impressed with myself for answering that joke question with such academic nuance.
Sure. Do you agree with it, the blurb? First of all, great blurb. Second of all, do you agree with it?
Do I agree that the album is a deviation from Monáe's previous work?
Because I heard, like, I don't know about you, my first dalliance with Janelle Monáe was the Pitchfork review for the album The Arch Android from 2010
Okay.
when I was 17.
You
I was
read
like,
that?
That looks class.
Yes.
And it was a bit much for me at the time.
Right.
Hadn't, I was just too Kaiser Chief brained at that point, you know?
The effects of the Kaiser Chief are long lasting.
Yeah, I'm still recovering.
Yeah.
Some would say I've relapsed recently.
Have you listened to Kaiser Chiefs again?
Yeah.
Really?
Somebody put a picture of themselves. Faye Tracy, the trombonist
Yes,
comedian.
yes.
She put a picture of herself wearing the Phoebe Bridgers skeleton costume, and I was like, it's giving Every Day I Love You less and less.
Yes.
And she takes back, haha.
Text?
No, well, tweet.
Yeah, okay. I
Um,
was going to say, what's going on here?
I don't text people. I'm not an idiot. So that was the way I remember her. So I do know what it means, but like that was a concept record, that one, and it was about an android who learns how to.
Yeah, I mean,
Love.
basically all of her records have kind of been like these sci-fi
Afrofuturism.
Afrofuturism.
Could you describe Afrofuturism as a movement?
Well, there's a few different schools of thought on it. There is, in fact, I read an essay about how there is a difference between Afrofuturism and African futurism. So, but in short,
What would you say was the difference?
well, one is specifically about Africa and one is about diaspora.
Of course.
I'm not sure why you're wanting to catch me out on today.
I just want the listener, the album enjoyer, to
know
where we're coming from.
How clever I am.
Yeah.
So Afrofuturism, I understand, is a sort of, let's say, Afrocentric version of the future, which we've spoken about before. You remember Marvin Gaye's record where it wasn't Marvin Gaye?
What is this?
Marvin Gaye did a Horny in Space song.
Yeah.
But also, didn't Shaka Khan and Rufus have a space song as well?
Yeah.
So we've spoken about it a little bit before. If you think of Black Panther as a good example of modern Afrofuturism,
Wakanda forever.
yes, in that it's like
Rufkanda forever.
one of the things that gets said about it is like, well, if your past has been erased,
Yeah.
then the future is where you look.
Yeah.
So it's like a sort of idea of semi-sci-fi that is generally about the black population.
Yeah.
And Janelle Monáe is all about that shit.
She was until this record.
She's like, fuck space.
fuck space.
Fuck me.
Fuck me, please. But I was reading a thing and it was saying this is actually part of the big
I think so.
overarching journey.
This
of
is like, we're now on a planet that's just about fucking.
yeah,
Which I
got
call
rid of all the
planet
problems,
Earth.
which I call California. So this is like a kind of, this is the next part of that story. We've got rid of all the androids who don't feel.
I think she just came in with the horniest album, and someone's like, "This is horny," and she's like, "Yeah, but it's still about space." And they're like, "Are you just saying that to be horny?" She's like, "No, it's about space.
Yeah.
It's about fucking in space."
Yeah.
So I'll tell you about my background with JM.
When did the first time you hear her?
Well, I would have heard her on Outcast,
Yeah.
but I'm not going to tell you right now. I was crazy about Janelle Monáe from the off. I'm not going to lie to you nor the listener. It was more, I
I
think
think we're going to do Outcast quite soon.
It was Dirty Computer was a big release.
2018.
Did really well. And I listened to that a bunch. And there was some songs of hers previously that I knew, but Dirty Computer was I listened to quite a lot and was into. And she released this film alongside it. Like Beyonce did with Lemonade. It's like a new thing that more and more artists are doing. I think most artists are going to start doing stuff like that.
Kanye West done it with My Dark Beautiful Twisted Fantasy.
Yeah.
He kicked it off, I think.
So Pink Floyd's The Wall.
Was that before Kanye?
I think that's just a little bit before Kanye West. So yeah, I saw that. And also, I've seen Janelle Monáe in other things that I enjoyed. Moonlight. Have you seen Moonlight?
You've asked me this before.
Christopher.
And you said, do you know what it's about? Or I was like, I know what it's about.
Yeah.
And you were like, yeah, it's about that, but it's more than that. It's not just that.
Christopher, I'm telling you right now, you need to watch this film.
Barry Jenkins, Moonlight.
Yes.
I know that. I know who made that.
Great, but that's not the same as having seen it.
No.
James Joyce, Ulysses.
It's good.
I know who wrote it.
Yeah.
Have you read it?
No.
Me neither. I know who wrote it.
No need to. Too long.
You should watch Moonlight. Moonlight's shorter than Ulysses.
Have you seen The Glass Onion?
No.
Even you haven't seen the murder mystery on Netflix
I've saw
named after a Radiohead song, your favourite band?
I've seen the first one of
Knives
that.
Out.
Knives Out.
Oh wait, it's not named after a Radiohead
Yeah,
song.
Knives Out
Out is named
yeah.
after a Radiohead song. Glass Onion is named after a Beatles song.
I only watch films that are named after.
Radiohead songs.
So Moonlight is a bit like a moon-shaped pool. So that's how I got around that one.
Yeah.
But there's no Radiohead songs about onions.
How many times have you seen Romeo and Juliet?
Every day.
You could actually watch any film and it would be named after a Radiohead song because they had that song called Motion Picture Soundtrack, didn't they?
That's true.
Yeah.
And you also have exit music for a film.
That's great for you.
Yeah, I'm covered.
That's why you got Mubi.
Yes, I do have a movie. I'm an intellectual.
Yeah.
You should watch Moonlight. I sobbed on my own in the cinema in Bristol watching that film. And Janelle Monáe is fantastic in it.
What
She's also...
What cinema was it?
What cinema? I don't know. Some sort of art cinema in Bristol.
Everyman.
For himself. I don't know.
You don't remember?
It was in 2017.
You
was
can tell me any film I've seen, I
pre-pandemic.
can tell you what cinema it was in.
I'd never been to the cinema in Bristol before. I can't remember what the name of it is. It's some sort of independent cinema in the centre of Bristol, easily Googleable and totally irrelevant to this story.
Okay, so tell me a story. I'm going to look it up.
Anyway, she's amazing. That she's also in Homecoming, which is a
Spider-Man?
underrated Amazon Prime TV show, which I don't think I've never met anyone who's watched this show. Julia Roberts in the first series. It's amazing.
I've never met anybody who's ever watched an Amazon Prime anything.
Yeah, I think this is a sad fallout from Amazon Prime being shite, okay? But series 1 is Julia Roberts.
Mm-hmm.
Series 2 is Janelle Monáe. And it's like a sci-fi. Janelle Monáe wakes up one day. She doesn't remember anything. She wakes up in a canoe. She's like, how the fuck did I get here? And it's about her trying to figure out what the fuck is going on.
Like The Bourne Identity.
Is that a canoe?
No.
Well.
Oh.
So she was great in that. Dirty Computer had come out. I enjoyed that. It's got that's just the way you make me feel. Just the way you make me feel. Great song.
Have you seen...
She's also got that great song, whether I'm high or low, whether I'm high or low, you got me walking on a tightrope. And it's like it sounds like a 60s funk song.
With Big Boy. It's got Big Boy for Outcast in it.
She's got that great thing where it like the stuff doesn't just sound like a throwback, it actually sounds like it's come from that era, but produced in the modern day.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to making it clear.
You like her?
I like Janelle Monáe. Also, I think she's one of the most beautiful women alive. Chris is nodding for the audio listener.
Sorry, get on YouTube.
I
Some hot nod in action.
Yes, Chris is nodding away. So that's my take on Janelle Monáe before hearing this record.
Here's a wee hot tip for you. Do you know the gay bookshop on Leaf Walk?
No.
Next to the other bookshop.
Okay.
So you're going down Leaf Walk.
Right.
You got Elvis Shakespeare
Yes.
on your right hand side.
The record shop.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Have you never spoke to me about that place?
I've been into that place.
Why you never said that to me, that place is there?
Over Shakespeare.
I went down there and it's there and it's great.
Right.
Elvis Shakespeare?
Yeah.
Great. On your right hand side, there's 2 bookshops. One of them only sells gay books.
Okay.
They've got Janelle Monáe's short story collection that is a companion to Dirty Computer in the
Yes.
window.
The short stories that are also, it's all like short sci-fi stories.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's like, it's not just her that's written them. I think there's curated.
She's curated them.
Yes. I haven't read it, but much acclaimed, apparently.
Would you buy it?
Probably.
It's there.
Well, maybe I'll go there.
It's on the way home.
It's not quite on the way home. It's not docks where I live.
It's not,
To the listeners.
they don't know where we are though. So you've just doxed Monkey Barrel.
Well, that's easily Googleable, and you've said it's Leith Walk. So anyway, I don't live near there. Yeah, so I would. I mean, here's the thing. There's a few things I want to talk about here. First off, she's in a gay bookshop because she has on different times said she's either pansexual or what's the other one? There's another one. See ya.
Pan, sexual,
Yeah.
and you want me to go through the...
There's like another one that's like I'm
Lesbian.
up for everything.
Oh.
Anyway,
What do you
okay.
mean up for anything?
Well, just like like it's kind of similar to pansexual. I think is another name for it. Listen, let's not get caught on this because we just sound like real dummies. She's also non-binary.
Right.
Has said pronouns wise. She said, "Call me whatever you motherfucking want. He or she, they or them. I don't give a fuck." Words to that effect. She said. And now this record is a celebration of a few of those things. Chris is nodding again.
Yeah.
Well, the first I heard of this record being plugged was like Janelle Monáe's name was trending on Twitter, and I clicked it.
Always good.
Janelle's got a new track out.
Yeah.
And it wasn't
they
a
got a new
track.
song out or they're dead.
It was neither.
Yeah.
It was Janelle has flashed her titties whilst DJing.
Where?
I don't know where she was, okay? But she was
DJ
DJing, and then she was like, woo! And then she just lifted up her shirt and flashed her boobies.
Her nips.
Yes. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? What the fuck? What the fuck is going on?
Big Idris Elba vibes.
And then the first video for this record dropped, which is one of the horniest music videos I've ever seen.
The first time I heard about this record was an article on a website. I don't know if you frequent this website Kotaku.com.
The video game experts.
Yeah, the pitchfork of video games.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a reason it was on Kotaku. Janelle Monáe wears Pokemon onesie after all-night orgy in new video. In her new lipstick for Lipstick Lover, the singer and actress dons an adorable Flareon outfit.
It's crazy, isn't it, to watch this video where there is, it's 90% women writhing around in
Black
underwear
women.
in swimming pools.
Yep.
Different ages, different body shapes,
Cigars are being smoked.
butts and boobs everywhere.
An older lady just puts a cigar in her mouth.
Yes, okay.
See, as somebody who's recently quit smoking, it's actually very triggering for me.
And then to see at the end it's in a Pokemon thing, you go, by God, we've got to write an article about this. The nerds need to know.
The nerds need to know exactly what one of Eevee's evolutions Janelle Monáe's dressed up as. And I just wanted to bring that up, and I just said, what's your favourite Eevee evolution? I think it's kind of weird that she went with Flareon. Obviously, Flareon's fire type reflects the heat of the piece.
Yeah.
But
There's a water type as well, though.
Vaporeon is...
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Do you know about this? In the community, the most fuckable Pokemon, according to some, the mermaid dog. Vaporeon's supposed to be... That's who most people want to fuck.
Can I just take you back to when you said, do you know about this?
Do you know about this? Because I know about
Hey,
it.
heard about this? You know about this? The most fuckable evolution.
Is not even just evolution. All Pokemon, including women-shaped ones, unman-shaped ones, Machamp, Gardevoir, Jinx.
Yeah.
There are humanoid Pokemon. People are like, no, not interested. I want to fuck the mermaid dog.
Yeah, okay.
So people are like, it's crazy. She didn't get Vaporeon. In my community.
Yeah, well, I'm glad we had this chat.
What Pokemon would you have sex with?
I'm not. I'm a bit.
They are sentient, so
rusty.
they can consent.
I'm a bit rusty.
Just describe the way your ideal monster would look like.
Mr. Mime.
Yeah, big hands.
Yeah. Is that good?
You could make you know how you can make barriers? You could make a kind of invisible fanny.
Right.
Good choice.
Yeah. Have you thought about this previously?
Yeah.
And
Vaporeon.
okay, that's your community.
I don't know. Maybe let's just go with that. Do I
let's-
rock the boat? In the community?
Let's do a bit of background diving on the old.
Wait, did I finish my point? Yeah.
What your point about fucking Pokemon? I think it's well covered.
I just that video. What was your kind of? There was a lot of bits in that video. The first, it's kind of horny in a kind of fun way, like a kind of like it's a big sex party, like this is kind of goofy, and then it gets like halfway through, it just gets actually horny.
I didn't think it was goofy at all.
Now the bit at the start when she's been like, they're dragging her, and she's like, ah,
Yeah.
and it, oh god,
Chris is so horny. He's just spilt coffee on the table.
just came.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Talk about
okay.
something. I'm gonna go get some.
Well, let's have a quick pause while Chris cleans up his coffee.
Right.
We're back from Chris's horny coffee spill. Let's do Secret Posh Show. We've got to get on with it.
Secret pie show, secret pie show. You do it fast and it feels like nice. You got no money, you got Dash Pro secret pie show.
Janelle Monáe is from a town called Quindaro in Kansas. Her mum was a hotel maid and her dad a truck driver.
No poor show.
No, she's a working class hero.
It's wild, isn't it?
It is wild, particularly the route that her career has taken is so, she's not...
Avant-garde.
Yeah, like she is real art. Like you would, if you'd have heard, her dad was an impressionist, painter.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
Her dad is Alistair McGowan.
The children of impressionists are, they don't have it. Anyway,
Alistair McGowan was sick.
she went to a public high school. The alumni of the high school she went to is just a handful of sports people. It's quite common for the US. When she was younger, she had a big interest in musicals, and she wrote musicals. Her biggest influence, get this, was The Secret Life of Plants by Stevie Wonder, recently gifted to me on pod by the man himself, John Agassild. Agadoo-doo-doos.
Yeah.
So that's coming up. So maybe we should
Black
cover.
Lace himself.
Maybe we should cover The
Getting
Secret Life of
Whack.
Plants by Stevie Wonder.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a fucking weird album.
Yeah. What would you tell me about it? You were listening to it. It's like a
It's
record
so
about.
weird.
How did he
It's
get
the
there again?
soundtrack to a very controversial documentary that said that plants had feelings, basically, like emotions.
Yeah.
that has been disproved. The book has been like widely discredited, but Stevie Wonder did the soundtrack to it.
You used to do a joke about that, about how plants had feelings.
I did have a joke a bit about
Peeling a carrot,
peeling a carrot,
screaming.
and it was screaming.
Yeah.
It was something you would do to wind up vegans. About time those bloody vegans got it in the neck.
When are they gonna get stuffed?
She went to American Musical and Dramatics College in New York. So this was a little bit of a ding, ding, ding to me. I was like, sounds posh. I clicked on it, and then I read the alumni, and I was like, there's only 10 people here, and I've never heard of them.
That's rough.
Most like big cities have like 100 drama schools or whatever, fake ones. This sounds like a
fake one.
Well, there's a thing called the accredited drama school, right? So if you go to drama school, there's like 10 in the UK that are like official.
RADA.
Yes.
Razmad.
Yes. Okay. E15, Guildhall, who we spoke about in Black Country New Road episode.
Yeah.
Few others. Okay. Old Vic, etc. And then there's ones that anyone could just set up a school and say, hey, it's Liam's Edinburgh School of Acting. And there's no official, it's not like a degree.
Yeah.
So this, I think, sounds a bit like that.
But if you're a desperate youngster in Dundee, and there's one place in the high street with a pink door and a dramatic face on the wall, and
Yes.
they go, we're in acting school, you're like, well, I guess this is my only shot.
So she went there, dropped out, went back to Atalanta. No, that's in Italy, I think. Atlanta, and enrolled in a local college. She was making her own music, and she was selling her self-taped album from the back of her car. She was working at Office Depot.
Yeah.
And was fired to responding to a fan from the work email account. Which seems a bit... Who cares?
Who cares, man? If you were in WH Smith and Janelle Monáe was behind the till and she was emailing people.
I would never leave.
No, of course.
One more Toblerone, please.
Yeah, I think I will take a massive dairy milk for £1, actually. Yes, please.
What else is in Richard and Judy's book club this week? I don't know.
Always shite. Eleanor Oliphant has a whatever, you know.
She wrote a song about being fired from Office Depot, which Big Boy heard
Of Outcast.
via MySpace,
Yeah.
etc. And then got her in on some Outcast tracks,
The Dungeon Family.
and then was signed therein to Sean Combs' record label. What did I say? Weird?
Yeah.
Sean
It's a
Combs.
funny word. That's how people say cum sometimes. This is a cummed.
Who says that?
Just in the community of Pokemon fuckers that I'm part of.
I cummed in a very fun.
Yeah. And a Clefairy.
So then it's at this point you're like, okay, she's on a sort of rags to riches pop star sort of journey, and then she starts making Afrofuturistic records
Concept
about
records, yeah.
being a robot in space,
Yeah.
and you're like, she's cool as fuck.
Good on her. I think it was just because of how that kind of movement was coming out of Atlanta at the time, where Andre 3K, if you become friends with Andre 3K and you're like, Andre, I want to do this record about robots who represent love and androids and stuff, he's going to be like, okay, you know?
Yeah, but I just think that's so. I'm kind of disappointed I didn't know more when that was first coming out, because I think it's such a
Amazing story.
anomaly in modern pop to have this, like, I mean, that's like David Bowie territory. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Of like inventiveness.
It's like Prince.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I thought I think that's really cool,
Yeah.
and I almost feel like this record could do with a bit more space stuff.
She's done that though.
Yeah.
Loads. Like enough. She's done enough.
Yeah, but then that's what's good. And
You
now
think
you're
so?
like, I just want to fuck everybody.
Yeah. I listened to, so I read that Arch Android review when I was like 17.
Yep.
Still Bright Eyes pulled, still Metallica pulled. And I just wasn't ready for that level of black excellence. You know, I wasn't ready. My skeleton wasn't formed enough to take it.
That's how I think you've worded that really badly.
Think so?
I wasn't ready to accept black excellence.
I wasn't.
What the fuck does that mean?
I just remember listening to like really good black music for the first time when I was a teenager, and I just it didn't sound enough like Metallica for me to understand it.
Oh my god. Okay.
What?
when you say I wasn't ready to accept black excellence, that makes it sound.
That makes it sound like I am ready for it now, and I am.
Yeah, but that's like I used to be racist, but now
But you've never been racist?
no.
Cool. Me neither. But I listened to that record that I read about when I was a teenager recently, and I was like, that is amazing, man. But I can understand if you've already done an hour and 15-minute fucking odyssey about gold-plated androids who long to love.
More than an hour and 15, because basically all three of the previous albums are sci-fi themed, along with the sci-fi books. And there was a plan at one point to do a Broadway musical, and then she was in Homecoming, which is a sci-fi series. Listen, she likes sci-fi. So to then do a horny album, I'm like, look, listen, I get it. Okay, you want to have a break. You want to do horny stuff. But if you want to get into Janelle Monáe, go to the sci-fi first. And then have the porn as a relief.
This isn't porn.
It's pretty porny.
It's pretty porny, man, for sure. But I just think, you know, it's a nice change just to have a half hour kind of tossed off, me hanging out with some people having a sex party, making music in the background.
It is half an
it's half an hour, great.
Yes.
What? 14 tracks, half an hour? Everything's like 2 minutes long. You're in, you're out, you're in, you're out.
I kept accidentally listening to it all the way through, and then Spotify would put on Caroline Polachek.
Come on.
I'm like, hey, excuse me, at least keep it within the vibe.
Yeah.
Polachek isn't singing about being fucked.
I don't know what she's singing about, man. Never listen to that nonsense.
It's a good album.
Oh, okay. What's that about?
I don't know, being the daughter of a fucking rich drug lord.
Right.
I don't know.
Her dad's a drug lord?
No, I
He's a
just said
CIA
that.
guy?
I think he's. I think he's a big music industry head.
Yeah.
I just said drug lord to fuck around. Didn't expect to be picked up on it, and here we are. Don't Google it right now.
Who is Caroline?
This is bad podcasting.
Oh, this is great. This is what they do on Joe Rogan and stuff.
Yeah,
I don't listen to that.
No.
But I'd imagine it's like this. Polachek.
Oh my god! You know what? I think you already know, because I think you spoke to me about it before.
I brought it up.
Yeah. So
Early life.
okay.
Polachek was born in Manhattan, New York City on June 20th, 1985 to James Montel Polachek, a scholar for Chinese history and trained classical musician, and Elizabeth Allen. Her family relocated to Tokyo, Japan.
A drug lord.
He's a Chinese violinist, you freak. What drug's that? The drug of beautiful violin playing? Idiot. Sorry, you're not an idiot, you're a good guy.
So,
Her father died from COVID-19. Sorry, go on.
No, I just it's an interesting arc to the. It's like, right, sci-fi album.
But it makes sense if you've done
Sex
something.
album.
If you've done something successfully, the last thing you want to do is do that again. You want to do the complete opposite thing. I like how, pardon the phrasing, but tossed off this record is. You know, it's kind of like offhand. It's not.
Do you think?
Yeah. It's just kind of like half an hour. Here you go. Something fun.
It's certainly fun. It's fun and it's summery. But I do think there is elements still of. I think I wouldn't dismiss it as like just tossed off like that, because there's a lot of thought has gone into this. I mean, you've got the Africa 80. You've got Grace Jones.
Egypt 80.
Egypt 80.
It's not really thought out if you just have cool people come in and hang out with you, is it? It's just like
No, but
a
it's
party.
pointed, isn't it? It's like there's a bit of a thing about black musical cultural history there. Do you know what I mean? You get
Yeah.
Grace Jones in. That's like you're making a point.
Sister Nancy.
Sister Nancy, who we spoke about, who on the dark. Who
The
we
reggae. It would have been the Daddy Yankee episode or the.
I put Sister Nancy on the playlist. I think.
Yeah.
Bum bum bidum bum 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 bidum. Yeah. So you got all those like people that's not just getting. It's not the same as just getting fucking Fred again in to write your bass for no reason. Ed Sheeran. Okay. It's this is like
that was cool.
This is specifically about black sexuality. Like it's more political than
Yeah.
just like an album about shagging.
No, I know that's what I'm saying to you. You just said it was an album of shagging.
You have not said anything about black sexuality.
I'm talking about black excellence. It's class. What songs did you like on it?
I liked quite a lot of them. I liked. You know what reminded me when we did Lana Del Rey, and I said, anyone who's going to sing the words "fuck me to death" is all right in my books.
Fuck me to death. Tell me you like it.
I'm going to
Love
extend.
till I love myself.
Going to extend that. You can either say "fuck me to death" or the words "phenomenal puss," "phenomenal kush."
Yeah.
Phenomenal. That
Phenomenal.
bitch is phenomenal.
I'm looking at 1,000 versions of myself and they're all fucking fine. Say it to my fucking face.
Yeah.
I don't think I could get away with saying any of this stuff, really.
There's a lot of...
It's nice to be invited to the party for half an hour.
And it is, like, when we're saying it's a horny album, like, it does not let up. Like, all the songs
Never
are
stops.
about fucking.
Fucking smoking
I like
hash.
lipstick on my neck. Ugh. There's a lot of, like, in my cunt is said a few times.
Yeah.
A lot of pussies.
Water slide.
Yes, I think that's a
funny
reference
better.
to female ejaculate. Please. Maybe in the back in an hour.
Only have eyes for two.
Maybe in the back in the shower. I just want to fuck you in a jacuzzi. That's what she sings at one point. I just want to fuck you in a jacuzzi.
I just feel like if that's an Airbnb, I feel like you would need to let the host know because he's going to have to clean those filters out.
Are you not telling of a host that you fucked in a jacuzzi? If you're an Airbnb with a jacuzzi, fucking is assumed. Come on.
Of course.
Come on.
I think because it's so assumed, it's like, hey, let's just get past this.
Yeah.
Tell him so that the filters can be cleaned.
Right, so you think up front,
Literal cum gutters.
you want to be like, hey, we're gonna fuck in the jacuzzi. Can you wash beforehand? Also, we'll be arriving about 2 p.m.
Yeah. No smoking? Okay.
Paid in pleasure, like that as well, baby. If you pay me in pleasure, I'm gonna keep it coming. There's just so much.
It's just cum after cum after cum.
It really is. I think she's very cool. I like how, you know.
Did you feel overwhelmed by cum?
It's never something I've ever felt before. Never in my life.
Ever before? Your body's ready to take it, as they say.
I just think that there should be more. I mean, this is going to sound silly because I know she is much celebrated and critically acclaimed, but I feel like she should be more of a big deal than she is because she really is incredibly creative and interesting, incredibly intelligent in many different ways, whether it's making and performing music, writing musicals, curating short stories, theorizing on what she's talking about. Like I watched the Alex Zane interview with her. Alex Zane,
yeah?
not Alex Zane. Zane Lowe interview. Alex Zane.
Who's Alex
interview.
Zane?
He was the comedian from
Rude
the
Tube?
Naughty's Rude Tube
Yeah.
guy from Leeds.
Blooming hell! Check out this! A dog with a paint can on his head running around.
Janelle, when I put on your track, I thought it was so good, I played it twice.
Look at this cat playing the piano. Fucking hell. What channel was Redbox on?
Rude Box is
Chuck.
Robbie Williams. We're in what's the script territory of fucking tripping over being dickheads here. Come on.
I don't think that confusing Rudebox with RudeTube, Alex Zane's Rudebox, Robbie Williams Rudebox and Alex Zane's RudeTube is on the level of comparing Andrew Warhol Thompson and Andy Warhol.
Yeah, that's some laugh, but yeah.
What?
I said, what's the script?
Shit.
Do you know what I
With
mean?
them too as well.
Fucking hell, this whole last 2 minutes has just been a absolute mess.
I think Alex Zane's Rudebox, RudeTube needs to have a critical reanalysis. I think we need to look back at it and go, do you know what? That was actually so pure.
He's stuck on the water slide. He can't get down.
Is it water slide? The track from the Janelle Monáe record?
Well, look at that. We've given him a much more northern voice, I think, than he has.
He had spiky hair. He had emo hair.
He had long hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was spiky when it came out and then it got long. That's all hair is.
Are you drunk?
Nah, I wish. Wish I wasn't just roasting in my hat.
Phenomenal puss, phenomenal kush.
What was the Zane Lowe interview like?
So first off, she sat there with an acoustic guitar and she just started playing, what's the lipstick song?
I like lipstick on my neck.
Yeah.
Put
She
it
was
in my
playing that.
ass and it feels like last time.
And it sounded stripped back, just acoustic, sounded beautiful, right? And then Zane Lowe was joining in. And it's like,
What?
he had a guitar as well.
A lot of lipstick on my neck.
Yeah, yeah. And then he was going for the high bit. She's like, oh my God, you actually got the high bit. I was like, no, he did not. He can't do it, right? But they're just having a back and forth, and he's just being his usual Zane Lowe's self. You know, there was nothing that to take away from it, really.
How did you come by this? You know,
he's just actually, I think in his more recent interviews, he's going more philosophical. You know, he's like, and then sometimes, you know, you just feel like that's everything is all happening at once in the record, but none of it's really happening at the same time. Do you know what I mean? And they're like, yes, that's exactly what I'm trying to say. And I'm like, none of you said anything.
Yeah.
So it's just
he's
like
Rick Rubinizing himself, I think.
Yeah.
He wants to be the Svengali wizard who drops by the studio and just goes, what you gotta do is play it twice.
Yeah.
You know, and then they do that, and they're you too.
So but she comes across very interestingly on it.
Yeah.
Because she's like naturally very intelligent, well spoken.
She's class.
And you know, knows what she wants to do. And here she wants to bang. And that's cool.
Nothing wrong with that.
Not in my book. Couldn't find the YouTube comments because all the comments were just too horny.
Did you not find any real class horny ones though?
Not really. It was just like, oh my God, watching this. There was lots of people saying like, as a bisexual person, watching this has made me lock myself in my basement.
Really?
Stuff like that, yeah.
Why would they do that?
Jack off?
Right. I found somebody who had a bit of an issue with this was on the dirty version. There's two versions, the clean version of the video and there's the dirty version.
Well, really?
Yeah.
So what's the difference between the clean version and the dirty version?
Some of the orifices are blurred.
Right. So you
or like a dildo's blurred, but you can tell.
Oh, okay. I've seen, because she ends the video just like on a bed surrounded by dildos.
Mm-hmm. So they're blurred.
Right. Okay. So I've only seen the dirty version.
Well, you might have seen this unhinged YouTube comment of the week by a user called Red Top Tick 2 weeks ago. I think he's been sarcastic here. He went, great for little children. It is exactly what they needed to understand the world and how to move around and value the detail. Great job. Obviously. No V and obviously. Obviously. What I meant is that this is a great song if I do not watch this video. Kids are around and watching this with no restrictions, and not just you, Janelle, which I see as such an amazing, talented woman, but all artists that need to show off bodies in order to sell songs. You do not need to do videos, Janelle. You already sound so beautifully. Let's all make an effort of not showing off sexual powers, as they are not what an ethical and equal life for all is about. I do not see ugly people in this video. I mean, I don't know how to feel.
Okay, how about this though? All right. So whilst I take your point about how after 4 sci-fi records you can have a fun one,
Yeah.
I actually agree. I will say though that compared to other Janelle records, this doesn't have the bangers. There's lipstick.
It's fun. But
It's fun.
not.
But it doesn't have the dizzy heights of Pink. Pink is my favorite from Dirty Computer, High or Low, or Tightrope.
This is a cold war. I like that one, Cold War.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, there's a couple on here that are good, like they're good songs.
Champagne Shit.
Um,
It's so cool.
but I just don't. Oh yeah, I got that champagne shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there are some good songs, but none that are, because it's not as funky. I think
It's more reggae-ish and Afro pop.
yeah, it's not going to infiltrate the radio waves like previous
I don't know about
mega
that.
hits have.
I don't listen to the radio.
Oh, we just have to take my word for it.
Mm-hmm. Your Radio 6 word.
Yes, and I have not heard any of these songs on Radio 6. I don't believe, probably because it's too sexy.
It's too horny for Stuart McConaughey. Who, in hindsight, is really what I was going for with my Alexander.
That does make more sense. Yeah, I would like to see Stuart McConaughey host Rude Tube,
Pull it out.
but it'd be much tamer.
Oh, yeah.
That's like walking with a whippet on a Friday night. It's
Yeah,
like
the
a fat kid stuck in a fucking manhole. Like and subscribe.
Would you like to host You've Been Framed?
Is this a genuine offer?
Yes.
Yes, I would. Of course I would. I need the money.
I'd love that job. Like Chris Washington got that job, hosting like Channel 5's like Dangerous Police
Really?
Chases or something.
What a gig.
I was saying to him, I'm so jealous. And he was looking at me like I was being sarcastic. And I was like, no, you don't know me. I want to do that.
You just turn up to a voiceover room.
Blooming hell, Crasherzilla.
Yeah.
And it's just...
You'd have to do your voice, though.
Oh, yeah. Oh, fuck.
Yeah. What?
He's dead.
A police car runs over 15 children. It's so sad, man.
So sad.
I don't think it works in a Cockney voice, the police voiceover. Oh, bloody hell.
Oh, yeah, but he's dead.
I wouldn't be able to commentate on any of it because I'm not a fucking grass. I don't do deals with the pigs.
Welcome to most dangerous places, and you just sit in silence for half an hour, just shaking your head, going, fuck.
Just shout, run, you cunt.
With two guys reviewing tattoos, we're gonna Google image search and then we'll choose if it's tattoo woohoo or tattoo boo. We're judging the ink, yeah, that's what we do. Full sleeve or face tats, big skull or wing patch. You pick that design, is it bad or just fine? A dragon or a
Let's go.
pretentious or
Go.
you cannot hide, and we will decide if it's tattoo woohoo or tattoo woohoo.
You said tattoo woohoo or tattoo woohoo?
Tattoo boohoo.
Yeah.
Tattoo woohoo.
Yeah.
Or tattoo.
That's what I mean. Are you on pills or something? What's going on today?
Really fucked up.
It was very funny there. We've got a new
My
producer
horny,
in,
all the
George.
blood, yeah.
And obviously has not heard
Tattoo
tattoo
Woohoo
woohoo
before.
and gave you a very funny look.
Oh, yeah?
He was like, What's
this?
what is going on? No introduction, just straight into you singing for a bit. It probably is quite jarring for the new listener. Chris is touching the screen.
I think maybe this album's so horny that all the blood... We were talking about the relationship between the cock and the heart earlier.
This is the sort of thing we discuss over lunch.
Yeah, over lunch we had pulled pork, fries, and you had wings and chips and some.
Yes.
Not to put you on blast. And we were talking about how the heart... People say it as if the heart and the dick have different agendas, but actually the dick is controlled by the heart due to blood flow.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I think that the brain is the third thing.
Yes.
So I think
Dick.
this record's so horny that it's broke my head.
Dick, brain and heart are what makes a man a man.
You can't say that.
Dick, brain and heart? That's the three...
It's just the heart.
No, but we know that. We know that's wrong. You've just said that. You can't think because you're so horny.
Yeah, sick.
You know? Because
Let's not get into stuff like that, though. You know?
Don't bring up a conversation we had about the relationship between the dick and the heart. Wait for me to reply to you and then tell me off for talking about it.
Anyway, she doesn't have tattoos. Go to the next bit. No tattoos.
Did you enjoy the album?
Yeah, I loved it, man.
Very cool. She's very cool. She's someone who I think I will always follow her career because she's always going to be doing something weird and different.
I was getting a bit fed up of I Am a Robot.
Really?
Yeah. She was one of the only people doing it.
Yeah.
But I was like, you must be sorry, you're not just roboting for 10 years, are you? Like, David Bowie was Ziggy Stardust. Then he done like 7 other stuff that decade. You know?
Yeah,
He was
yeah.
like, I'm a wee gay guy in Berlin, or I do covers of rock and roll songs, or Boys Keep Swinging, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm a robot, you know. He was doing all loads of different stuff.
Well, she's had a few. I mean, she wears tuxedos a lot. She had
That's not enough.
She had a tuxedo phase.
That was when she was doing the robot stuff.
I just think she's obviously incredibly ambitious with her art, and it doesn't give that much of a fuck about how it's received.
Yeah.
You know, she's just going to do what she wants to do in the way that she wants to do it in some new, weird, and interesting ways.
Yeah. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, no, I think anyone who's that liberated to artistically...
I've never been to a sex party. People are going to be shocked by that, I'm sure.
Yes.
But I've never been.
Right.
It was nice to be invited. Thank you, Janelle. I showed up for half an hour.
With a tub of miniature heroes.
I was dressed like a Pokemon. I thought that was what you're supposed to do. I was dressed like Pikachu. I had a hole cut out the arsehole of it.
Yep.
Nobody touched me. Nobody looked at me. But thank you, Janelle, for inviting me.
Yeah, yeah.
Down to the Black Excellence fuck party. And I'm not supposed to be there. You know? But
Cool.
it's nice to it was the thing I like about this record. It's a real album. It's a whole world you can just dip in with your genitals out.
Yes.
And then you're out. You know, you're on the train. People around you don't know. You're at a sex party in your head and your heart. And that's great. Thank you. Thank you, Janelle.
Thank you, Janelle.
Yeah.
Thank you. Good luck to you.
That-
Godspeed.
Did I like all the songs? Did I think the songs were that great? No, but that's not what an album is. An album's a wee journey you can take wherever you want to go, whoever you want to be. I loved it. I enjoyed the album.
I enjoyed the album. I think if you've never listened to Janelle Monáe, you should probably go to one of her other albums
The Arch Android.
first.
Which is way better.
And I think she's just an interesting person just to keep on, keep around. Keep her around.
Did you see?
See what she's
You
up
didn't
to.
see the Glass Onion?
I've not seen Glass
You would
Onion.
love it.
No, too many fucking wet libs telling me it's fantastic, and I'm just like, I bet I fucking hate this. When the general media literacy amongst adults is so poor that when something is really fucking, oh, this is the best thing ever, I'm like, I know I'm gonna hate this because you are all idiots.
I went to see Spider-Man
Ugh.
alone, a cartoon, 2 days ago, and I was crying. Believe me when I say you would like the Glass Onion.
No, I don't trust you at all. You're a Marvel boy. I have no respect for your film tastes.
It's actually not even part of the MCU, it's part of the Sonyverse.
Well, I'm saying you are a Marvel boy.
Yeah.
You
I
like
guess,
your little
yeah.
fucking
Bug Boy. Oh my god, did you see at the end of Bug Boy? Rockman turned up. That means there's a Rockman show coming. Blah, 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 blah.
fucking grow up. Adults talking about
I
post-credit
genuinely
scenes.
hope.
Adult babies, the fucking lot of you.
Oh my god, did you see Mr. Universe was there?
Felt bad there. I was going to say I genuinely hope you get a debilitating illness, and then I remembered you got one.
Yes, I'm quite ill. It's an ongoing problem.
He's a good guy though, huh?
I enjoyed the album. I love Janelle Monáe. This album made me so horny that I thought my head was going to explode.
And it
that's-
was roasting yesterday.
It's been generally uncomfortable for the last week.
Yeah, I'm sweaty and just.
Yeah. That's bad. Let's put some songs onto the playlist. I would like to put on the very last song on this is called Dry Red.
So it's like
It's
about.
only 90 seconds long.
It's great.
And it's just this little like flamenco almost guitar. Meet me at the back in an hour.
You can really fuck me in the shower.
I want to fuck you in a jacuzzi. And it's,
I'm a dry red wine.
yeah, it's great. 90 seconds? Please. Come on. That's all I need.
It's so efficient.
30 minutes of fuck jams?
Yeah. See if this was an hour. Way too much.
Too much fucking. Half an hour. It's the perfect length, really, to fuck.
It's a
4
bit long.
times.
It's a bit long for me. Yeah. Good chat.
What song?
I'm going to put champagne shit.
I'm on my champagne shit.
It's like really funky.
Champagne shit. And inspired by a conversation, what would you like to put on?
What was the theme tune to Rude Box? No, Rude Tube.
Rude Tube. I don't know.
It's probably something by the Vines or something. I'm going to stick
Yeah.
on the. Do you know what song? I think I've already put this on the playlist. Tonight we are young.
Why are you putting that on?
That in 2011 she was the guest vocalist. That's Fun. Jack Antonoff's original band, Fun, featuring Janelle Monáe.
Okay, that's
She
fine.
goes.
Yeah, okay.
Terrible music that I love.
Yeah.
I'm not going to put that on. I'm going to put on Cold War from Arch Android.
Okay, we're going for a double Janelle. I'm going to put on, let's just stick on Pink from Dirty Computer. Pink, hit my baby.
Where could that? I mean, spoiled for you. Do you know, actually, could I see because Grace Jones is on this? Could I put on View to a Kill by Duran Duran, which was the soundtrack to the film that Grace Jones was the Bond girl for?
Instead of Cold War, yes, you can do that.
Yeah, I'm going to do that then.
Okay, good.
That's so cool. Have you heard that? Have you seen that thing where Grace Jones is the Bond girl?
No, I've watched it for a very long time. I don't care who's the new James Bond, just another murderer stuff.
I would say fucking if you've never thought about Christopher Walken having sex with Grace Jones on a blimp,
Wow.
check out
That's
View to a
actually
Kill. She does it. He does it to her.
15 years I've been on this blimp.
Had Grace Jones 50 years of my asshole.
She's been fucking my ass for 15 years. Grace, it's sore. It hurts inside my ass when you fuck me.
That's what it feels like to... just got the sign from the producer saying, please wrap up.
Wow, welcome to Root Tube with me, Alex Zane. This week
twice.
we're going to watch a viral clip where Grace Jones fucks me in the ass. Everybody thinks they've got a passable Christopher Walken impression, and everybody is correct.
It's just about halfway through the video where I can't even get it, even for people who've paid.
There's lots of visible nips.
It's not that. It's her face pressed against the shoe.
Against the shoe?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what broke me.
It's when she's singing to a big butt.
That's cool.
Where there's a big butt sat next to her face. She's like squeezing her face and she's like puts lipstick on to kiss the big butt.
She's running her fingertips over the texture of the cellulite.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, crazy stuff. Wild stuff.
Wow. It's crazy. She's kissing a
Thanks,
shoe.
Thanks so much for watching this. Peace and love in the new millennium. And I hope that you don't end your Patreon subscription because all the blood has left your body and went into your genitals.
Or your brain.
Can no longer have money.
Okay. Janelle Monáe, thanks so much. Enjoy your weekend. Love you. Bye.